Bar charts. Bar chart, bar chart, bar chart. This is probably the one that I come to the most. I think that this is the site that I utilize first and the most. All right, anyways. So bar chart, it has so much. The only thing you can use this for Forex because you're able to look at currencies, but this is very much so for the stock market and the futures market. All right, so here on the home page, of course, we're gonna have the some of the top indices here, the news of the day and major markets, right? Just listing all of those out. Mind you, these are the futures. And then you're going to have the stock market leaders. And this site begins to update pre-market. Love that for us. Love that for us. As well as ETFs, unusual options activity. And again, this starts to update pre-market. When not, love it, love it, love it. All of these news articles that pop up, you can actually read the full article. Don't worry, it won't give you half the article and ask you to register and pay for it. Now, on the watch list, if we're using mine, the groups, the fams, please don't add anything to the watch list or change it. I just noticed that someone added lean hog. So just keep that in mind. Don't change that, but you will get alerts for these to your emails or to your phone or however you want to get it set if you do register for your own account, as well as their tweets that are out. This just is the overview of the market, the homepage. Now, we do have the premier package, of course, right? It's very much so worth it. Um, Typically, every Monday, you can sign in here and you'll see a little note that will pop up and it'll say free webinar, access to a free webinar, whatnot, whatnot. It's gonna pop up several times every time that a new device signs into it. So I definitely suggest that y'all sign up for it. It's one click and done. You just type in your email, click accept invite, and that's it. They'll email you the Zoom link, and they're actually really, really informative. And why not? It's another get 'em. It's another tool in our pockets. All right, so now we will just go through and under the stocks there, y'all. I don't think I've been on every one of these links on all of this. I don't think, but so from looking here on the stock page, it is different from options, right? This is giving us specifically information about options contracts. Whereas this is giving us the information about the stock market and like the individual companies. So I want to go through and show y'all a couple of the things that I look at. I receive pre-market. I click on the pre-market trading. And this is going to update for you. Now, yeah, some of these are penny stocks, right? But the momentum is there. The momentum is there. And so if y'all happen to see the alert that I put into the Discord today when I was saying I was watching INTC, it's because of this. This is a pre-market mover and it was to the upside. It was buys. So today, as I was watching it drop, it was like, seems as if from looking at the data that they're dropping it to a low, and they already set in their money up ready to already placing those orders ready to go. So that let me know there. Archer Aviation, one of our good sis, actually pulled that up in the Discord today to look at that. The momentum on that, I believe she's been trading this, some contracts on there as well. We see SMCI was a lot of love today, a lot of love today. And we're able to see the gainers and the losers for the day. So the calls and the puts. What gapped up. So typically, if we see something gap up overnight, you'd want to see it retrace first, to retrace to that gap first to see if it's gonna hold, right? Because it might reverse. So when you see something like that, I don't even want to give like a specific. This aggravated me. Clean spark. Anyways, now you can once you go into one of these tabs at the top, the full menu will pop up down here or on the left-hand side, or you can just click this again. You're gonna get you can look at the different sectors, the indices, just so much. Let's see, another one. Y'all will have access to the economic calendar as well as the earnings calendar. Under the sectors, I definitely pay attention to the industry heat map, me personally. I will pay attention to this, and usually I go to the 5 day, and I just like to see what's up. And as we can see right now, I mean, just quickly, I feel like I see the tech heavy and retail. And then I'll go to the bottom and see what is down right now, banks. Oh, yes, that is why I've been looking at Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan to the downside. Because the sectors were rotating. It shows you as they're rotating. So here, right here in the middle, we're seeing what do you say, real estate and healthcare. So I would expect for real estate and healthcare to start to move to the upside, have some upside movement coming soon. You can also click on most of these, and there will be a webinar that you can click on and watch, and it will explain how to use these as well. I love a resource that will teach you while you on the site. You don't have to Google it to figure it out. The That's what we got for stocks. It's pretty basic. Now, well, that's not basic, but so under the options, when we get here, I wouldn't even know where to start. Let's see. The unusual options activity is the tab that I use the most on this entire site. So we'll start here. And I'm going to kick it off. Well, we can just do it from here. The first thing that I always do when I get on this page is I'm going to click on the open interest because I want to see the highest I want it to order it from the highest to the lowest open interest. So the NVIDIA call that expires this Friday, and it definitely seems to be from a quick glance that this had the most open interest. Okay. The NVIDIA 140 call, this week's expiration date, last trade price was $2.01. I mean, crazy volume. Volume higher than open interest. I'm in that thing. I'm in that. All right. And then the next, what, five? NVIDIA. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. You have the pricing here. And then I always look at the expiration date, of course, because, well, we on the page for today. So these are going to be weekly expiration dates. Now let's say that we typed in a ticker specifically AVGO. And then here on the left-hand side, I would click on the unusual options activity again, the open interest, highest to lowest. Now, once I get here, once this is ordered for me, then I start to scan the volume. And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, $3.25, a little bit of time. I possibly could afford that swing. The 177.50, that's way out of the money, and it expires in 3 days. I'll mind my business on that one, right? I just go through and I'm peeping game. I'm seeing what's up. You got settings here, of course, if you want it to Delta, or you can just click on the tab to see what has the highest Delta, which is also going to have premiums that look like an address. All right, let's go back here, and change in open interest is also another one of my faves, right? I want to see a huge increase in open interest. And once I've ordered it again, right? Always open interest for me. I want to see where the money is sitting at. I want to see where the contract that has the most money. And the contract that has the most money is the one that has the highest open interest. So that's for me, that's always the first thing, the first filter I change, and then I'll scan the volume to see what were they actively buying. And so we got this, NVIDIA 141 call. At this point, get in video over 141 tomorrow. Okay. Let's pause. Intermission. Anyhow. So Nvidia, yeah, with that. Okay, per. So that's just, I mean, crazy, right? That's three times the amount of any other open interest or any other volume. Is that three times? 20, 40, yeah. Three times the amount of any other. And so I just every time I see high volume, it's freaking Nvidia. Oh, but this fascinates me. This is the NVIDIA 125 call that expires in a month and a half. So January 17th. So how I would interpret this is that this is a safety net. That they're expecting for NVIDIA to go up, but that also expecting for it to pull back. Now, it could also be because the delta is extraordinarily high. But I can confidently say a majority of the time it's for safety for the pullback. Now, will it pull back towards 125? Maybe not. Uh, then that's when it would go into deep diving and really analyzing and comparing the contracts. And the main thing you'd want to look at is the delta in the row, because as far as the Greeks, because the row tells you imply. Never mind. Okay, rabbit hole. All right. Scroll. INTC, right? It just keeps popping up. And this is actually the specific contract that I have on my watch list. Is the 50 call INTC 50 call January 2026. It is currently 50 cents. That is actually the contract that I am tracking and I'm waiting on my entry to enter on in. So we love the options change in open interest. We love that, love that, love that. Another one, highest open positions. hmm Now, mind you, all of these, I like a resource that's going to remind me. Okay. So you can guarantee any platform that we use together is going to teach you while you're on that platform as well. So this shows the stocks, ETFs, and indices with the highest total option open interest, including separate figures for blah, 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 right? Yeah, I already know what I'm going to do. 26 million. Okay. Am I, do I have enough, do I have, at this point, do I have enough shares of NVIDIA? Do I need to set an order to buy some shares? Like, the free? Okay, hold on, y'all. I have to write a note right there to buy shares of NVIDIA tomorrow. Because, like, what? And it's split too. Look at that. It's a one-to-one, it's split. 13 million in calls, 13 million in puts. I don't like that. I like when it's favoring a side. All right. So something like this, Baba, favor a side a little bit. You favoring calls much more. But interesting. I won't go down that rabbit hole too much. Won't go down there too much. As you can see, there's so much. All right. Now let's go back to AVGO and looking at when we go to a specific stock and then you use these options on the side. Love using these technicals, okay? Especially for my babes who are not using trade or who are not using trading view. You can use the trader's cheat sheet. So this is still using AVGO. It's gonna plot it, it's gonna tell you right here, right here. Current price for Broadcom is $168.15. This is your resistance level. This is where your 3 to 10-day moving average crossover is. So the 3 crossed above the 10-day at 169.95. This is your second resistance level. This is 50% from the fourth. Hey, trader's cheat sheet. And then, of course, below it is your support levels. Love that. As well as the trading strategies. if you were to, it's hypothetical, hypothetical. Keep that in mind. It says right, hypothetical. There's also a tutorial on how to use it right there. They obviously explain it much better than I can. But if you were to enter Broadcom based off of these technical indicators, these are your odds in profit. It's do I use it a lot? A lot? No. The times that I have used it, lit. My brain just can't compute that much that fast. It's just Now your top trade alerts here are these do pop out buy signals, buy and sell signals. Now they come to my email, sorry, but you can check back in on it every day. We can be accountable, right? And if we really want to trade it, now keep in mind, maybe there's a reason Coach A keep pulling up AVGO specifically. Just maybe. And if we're going back to the trading strategies using the 100-day moving average, hey man, you gonna eat. All right, now the seasonal returns, just what it says. Not you getting the seasonality, not you have the seasonality for the last 14 years. Is that 14? 2010 to 2020. Yeah. What? We love that. As well as the price history. You're able to see every day what the open and the close were. Now, is this really even necessary when you have a chart you can go to? Eh, however it is that you want to see it. Um, oh yeah, and if one of y'all want this, you just let me know. I used to have it a part of the package, but then people would ask me to explain it, and I'd be like, an Excel sheet, have you met me? I don't know. But if one of y'all would like to utilize it, as long as you share it with the rest of us, Jarvis. All right, so still looking at AVGO under the options. Am I recording? Yeah, under the options portion now with the options prices. This is just showing you the option chain for calls and puts. All right, you can change the expiration date, what type of contract uh you want to look at, how you want to look at it, et cetera, et cetera. I showed y'all the unusual options. The next one that I look at is the put call ratio, especially when I'm looking at something that when I'm tracking something that I'm trying to get into a swing trade on, and AVGO is definitely one of them because y'all SPY went above 600. What the frick? I told y'all if SPY closes above 600, I'm ready to, push that little sheet to the side a little bit more because what the heck? We still overextended. That's crazy. But also, what the heck? Um, so on AV, what am I there? Oh, the put call ratio. Yes. So you come here and you can see all of the expiration dates that are currently open, and you're able to see the days till expiration, the put and call volume. So this would be every day. This updates every day. And then the put and call open interest is updated every morning pre-market. So typically what I'll do, especially if I know it's something that I'm like, well, shoot, I might as well go on and get a leap, buy some time on it. Or if it's the expected move would take about 30 days. So it seems to be that the January 17th is having like the most action 2025 from what I've seen. I just get to looking like what has the most volume at a further out date. Because of course the weekly expiration is gonna have the highest volume for the day. But I'll just kind of look for okay, a little bit further out and it's the January 17th. Yeah. So I'll look there and then I shall click on it. And that's about a month away. It's about a month away. Now, of course, at this point, we need to also pull up AVGO. I don't even know what layout my thing is on, but that's okay. Look at that beautiful trend. Look at that beautiful, beautiful hold on the trend. You closed above the daily 9. closed above the 100 twice. Loves it. All right. Now, me, I'm looking for a close above 170. I'm not gonna lie. That's where mine was. That's where my entry was, where I felt the most comfortable above 170. And I do believe that it'll get to about 173 and pull back a little bit. That's cool. And then continue on up. Overall, I really want to trade this sucker on up to 185. That's what I want to do. So since I'm expecting, hey, hmm. Now, do I think it's gonna make that move within a month? No, but I'm gonna start looking at that strike price out there. So y'all already know I'm checking that open interest tab first. And really it's the OI, the open interest change tab that I look at. And I'm like, okay, they held the most positions over for here, the 175 call, $7.30. You know, click in there, and then if we go a little further out, I kind of actually close positions here. And that's something that I sit and I track. Now, because I am saying, well, I can see that move to 185, but I think it'll take longer than 30 days. Let me look out longer than 30 days. So there was a February contract. Once we get into next year, so far there's only monthly contracts. So could have looked at February, but let's just go ahead and go March, since it's a $30 move. And while we're here in March, well, look where the most money is. Down here at the 180, in between the 180 and 185 strikes. With that, yeah. So just ways to, you can kind of interpret that there. I will say that just don't get analysis paralysis, like looking at everything, trying to take everything in, and then get overwhelmed when everything doesn't match. It's a buffet, okay? Don't go in there being big bad. Now, let's see. You are also able to the option strategies. I myself am not really big into advanced option strategies like the straddles, the strangles, the condors. I will absolutely teach y'all as y'all want me to. Not that much of a fan of it. From what I've heard from DC, and y'all know I absolutely trust DC's trading style. He uses this as he's entering into his different strategies. And he says that they do pretty good. So let's see if let me click on vertical spreads. So it's literally gonna tell you for this specific expiration, still on the March 2025, it's telling you, okay, get the 125 call at this expiration date, then get the 164, and gonna let you know what your profit is. Potential profit could be all of that. Same thing for all of them. And breaks it down to you how to do it. And that's everything else I feel is very self-explanatory. I do love that there's also fundamentals that comes with it. I still think that Trading Ticks is like the easiest to go on there because at least like Trading Ticks is, going to give you, Trading View is going to give you some definitions. Like if you did not know what net income discontinuous was, you could click on that on Trading View and it would tell you what it is. The fundamentals at the bottom, technicals at the top. Now let's go to the ETFs. Same thing. However, I myself, pre-market, I also come and look at the pre-market trading. I like to just come and look at this. And this was, yeah, we saw what these semiconductors was doing today. And fascinating to me with Tesla as well, that they were buying into Tesla. SMCI option. SM. Oh, that's that. Okay, no. Don't lose the plot, girl. All right. So the futures. Now it's the same thing, but it's just showing you the stuff for the futures market instead. We listen, but we don't judge. I don't actually know what a futures contract is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. But I do know that if I FAFO, like some barrels of oil could pop up at my house. I do know that. And I don't think that's the type of contract that I really want to dive further into figuring out. So we listen and we don't judge. All right. So this is actually like super, super cool though, how we can use this. I'm just gonna go to the market overview. So we come here, it's the futures market overview, of course. I'll click on ES. You're gonna get all this pretty little info. And this here is showing us that they swung a lot of calls, longs to the upside last night into today. Got your performance. I think all of this is pretty. I can't read my notes anymore. Still have the trader's cheat sheet for here as well, for those who want a little extra help, a little backup when it comes to their charting. The currency. So this is what I was saying, like you can very much so use this for Forex as well as crypto. And all of these pages, they all gonna be the same dang thing. But there's something specific that I was looking for the futures. Let me pause it so I can find it. All right, so on the futures page, this is what when you scroll down in the middle, the trading guide that is here. When you click on the full list, I think this is so flipping cool. So this how I know how to come in and use it. This how I know how to come in and use it. I automatically click on show new trades, and I also check this maybe like once a week or so, not really every day. But I'm coming in and looking and I'm saying, "Oh wow. Ain't that today? Ain't that today? Y'all started buying oil." And I know y'all seeing these news alerts that's coming across our phones about oil, crude oil headed to $65 per barrel. Hmm. Yeah. Look how this would have told you. Would have let you know. Right. And these were great entry. This, was the great entry price according to where they entered. So I would also look at this and then my little option brain would go, la 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 la. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not you pulled back and held. Okay. Enter leap. And then that is going to make me go to XLE and unusual options activity first and foremost for myself, open interest first and foremost for myself. Then I start to scan the volume tab. I'm like, oop, okay. Puts, get out. I would expect this though. I'd expect that. So the volume, not so much helping me. So now I'm going to stick with the open interest and I'm looking at the expiration. Feel like I'd want to I want to go further than January, right? But let's just say this is the one that I went to, that I went to. So then I would go back here. Turns out 105, call 117. It's oh my God, oh my gosh, y'all, that took 2 minutes. Anyhow, so then the investing tab. Now I come over here because I don't know why. I must pay attention to Kathy Woods. I must pay attention. I like Kathy Wood. I like her. She's an unusual creature. So I definitely pay attention to her buys, to her portfolio. Honestly, this is her portfolio. I likes to see. And I'll show y'all how I compare this to what's on Trady Ticks. You're also gonna have your news that's very updated. We do have different tools. I'll be honest, I don't really use any of those. And then I love the learning tab. Okay. If there's anything that you're confused about on this site, click on the learning tab. Woo woo. You're also able to click on, it's a themed list. So let's say that let's go to the oil stocks since that popped up on our radar. So here I would look at, well, nothing's going to be at a low, a year-to-date low. Well, I can't say nothing. Let's see. Some stuff, obviously. Exxon, is Exxon? It's not a, is it? Boy, you got me messed up if I don't go long on Exxon when it's at these lows. Please. When we just seeing what they doing with crude oil, just placed a very large order, getting into it on the futures market. We see the volume that came in. We see the news that's coming in to match it. Please, please. I wish I would miss getting into this. Get that rounding bottom. About to break back inside this trend line. Don't let me pull up a moving average and there's confluence with the moving average. Boy, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with. I'm damn near done talking to y'all. I needs to go plotting on Exxon real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's how you use that page.